She thinks I'm a nice guy, I'm not really like that. She can leave me tongue-tied, she could be the type that always makes me stop when she talks, makes me think.
Who is younger one?
Fuck's sake. Just a kid from Penarth, really. Like, nothing really that special. I don't really know. Like, literally just a kid. Still fans over like every single fucking musician he loves. Like, literally, I was telling you about Bakar.
Yeah.
Like going to that Lancy show, and like he was standing behind me, and like I just stood there like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why am I in front of like my idol right now? Yeah, just like someone who just really loves music and now is just somehow doing it as a job, and I don't know, it's just fucking weird. I never really expected it to be like this.
What was your childhood like in Penarth?
It was cool. Like, I feel like it's quite a tight-knit community, you know? Like, yeah. I feel like everyone kind of knows each other. It was kind of cool, you know? It was really quiet. Yeah. Like, really, really quiet. And I think that's why I was like, yeah, I want to make, like, music or something. Like, when I was working at Foot Locker, I was like, nah, I want to kind of, like, get out of, like, Penarth or, like, Cardiff or something. Just, like, try and make a name and try to be the biggest thing in, like, Penarth or something like that. Like, that was kind of my older childhood. Like, as a kid, yeah, just coming, like, around here, like, coming to the pier, like, Cosmeston, just going out with the family all the time. I wasn't allowed out as a kid, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't allowed out. My mum wouldn't let me go ice skating. Still hold that against it, you know? Like, yeah, it was just, like, staying in the house, going to my nan's house, going to, like, relatives' house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, like, it was cool, though. Like, going out with friends, going to the shops, getting, like, energy drinks.
The 39p isotonics.
Bro, oh my god, don't even. Do you remember the LSVs?
Yeah.
And, like, getting a load of them. Like, that was the sickest thing. Just, like, going out and, like, sleepovers.
Yeah.
Waking up at, like, 5 a.m, going to the spa straight away. Like, that was fucked, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but it's cool, though. I enjoyed it.
Penarth kind of has a reputation of being, like, a summer town. Do you think some of that bled into your music? Because a lot of, like, some
oh, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that, you know? I would say... yeah, I guess so. Like, with the beach, even though the beach is a bit shanty, like, it's whatever. Like, I guess so. Like, it's kind of... yeah, I guess... like, right at the start, it was kind of like it was very dark and gloomy. I was making songs on, like, winter and stuff, so, like, all the music sounded really dark and gloomy.
Yeah.
Then, like, as we reached summer, and I kind of, like, wanted to change, like, the sound a little bit, and, like, yeah, I guess, like, I used to come down to, like, the little... there's, like, a little seating area for anyone who can't see it. There's a little seating area over there, yeah. And I used to sit there and I used to listen to beats and just kind of, like, write down stuff. And you just sit here until, like, 12 o'clock at night, like, get down here at, like, 5, sit down until, like, 12, start writing stuff, go home. I'd have a day off at Foot Locker the next day. And then I'd just, like, whilst my mum and my sister are out, I'd, like, record in secret. And, like, yeah, it was, I guess, yeah.
So obviously we went to Penarth earlier, and you were telling me all about, like, you were growing up there. What prompted you to start making music there?
I think just wanted to get out of Penarth and Cardiff. Like, seeing, like, SoundCloud in 2017, how everyone was, like, blowing up. I think seeing what everyone was doing really made me want to, like, be something different, I guess. Like, there wasn't really much coming out of Cardiff.
Yeah.
Maybe, like, Asteroid Boys at the time. Like, I remember I saw them live and I was like, this is sick. But then even when I was in school, I had no clue. Like, fucked all my A-levels, fucked all my exams, didn't really have nothing else to do. Everyone left for uni. And then got a job in Foot Locker.
Hi guys, this is me in Foot Locker. I'm going to do a little vlog. I used to work in this place. He used to work here, but not when, like, I worked here. This is where I used to work. This was my home. I used to get the train here all the time. It was super weird. Like, I come in here every now and then just to say hello to everyone. And see that kid over there? That's James. I used to work with him. That was cool. And now fucking...
So obviously you're signed to Empire. How did that come about, and when did it come about?
I was working in Scott's. I remember there was a bunch of labels that, like, was emailing my, like, personal email, which is kind of really weird. Like when we had like RCA, Columbia, Warner, 300 Entertainment, and then Empire was like the last one that like emailed, but they were the ones that were like super keen. And yeah, I got on the phone with my now manager, and they basically just offered me something like straight away, and I was like, fuck it, like I'll just take it. Literally released like the first song underneath them, and now it's got like 40 mil plays. Like they've kind of like been really, really good since I've joined. But yeah, it seemed to be really, really quick. They offered the deal, then I left Scott's within like 2 weeks, and then 3 months after that, we had like a song with like 20 mil, 30 mil, 40 mil, like, and I don't even know what it's at right now, but like, yeah, it was sick to be fair.
You mentioned you were inspired by the SoundCloud wave, and X was signed to Empire before he passed away. How mad is it being signed to the same label as the people that you like?
It's actually fucked. Like, going to the office, like, I just come back from San Fran now, like, you see all the plaques, like, all the gold and platinum plaques, and like, speaking to Ghazi, the owner of the label, he was telling me about X and like how he actually was as a person, like how he went out for food with him, and like X was saying like he was like destined to die. It was really weird. Like I was just sat in an office like in a meeting, and I asked about it, and it got really like deep all of a sudden. He was like saying like how X was like saying he was destined to die. But yeah, it's cool to be on the same label as that. I think the Super Bowl just happened, and there was Anderson .Paak playing the drums, and Snoop Dogg, who were also signed to Empire, which is kind of cool, like that they've just done the Super Bowl.
A lot of your videos have this kind of like DIY quality to them.
Yeah.
And this really kind of unique aesthetic, I would say.
Yeah.
Is that something that was really important to you, like the visual aspect of what you make?
Yeah, especially like, I didn't even realize like when I was doing it that I had this thing. It was only when people started to like, sorry, my car was telling me off. It was only until someone pointed it out to me, and I was like, oh, it really does. Like, I kind of always thought it was like I was making something professional at the time. Like, I remember when we shot the Cali video, and like I remember making it, and I was like, yeah, this is like a proper like real music video. And then like Ben, my manager, was like, oh, you have like a really good DIY style, and I was like, DIY? Like what? Like that's not DIY. And I was like, oh, actually, it really is DIY when you look at like the amount that everyone else puts into music videos and like whatnot. But yeah, it was. Yeah, I didn't really realize until then. But I guess now it makes sense, and I like the fucking idea of doing DIY, but not trying to overthink it, but like trying to make it look DIY. Let's just let it run, you know.
Yeah,
just
I get
put
you.
like let's just go and get like a camera and just go and film. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that's what
for
we're
sure.
doing now. It's
Exactly,
just DIY shit, bro. Like who fucking cares? Like if people watch it, if people don't, like it doesn't matter. It's like we just did it.
Yeah,
you know.
So your first ever show was Alt London. I remember seeing a TikTok of you like rehearsing for it and shit. How mad was it to do your first ever show to an audience that loud?
It was weird. Like it was super strange. Like stepping out to that crowd of like 3,000 people or whatever it was, like however many people turned up, like you don't really expect it, and like everyone like chanting your name as well. I thought I was gonna turn up and nobody knew what the fuck I was.
Yeah.
So I was just expecting to go there and like 4 people, like maybe my mates to the front, like whatever. But like as we got closer, like I have a whole like vlog of it. It's fucking mad. As we got closer, like it started to get really tense, and like everyone was like really nervous, like excited. Like no one really knew what was gonna happen. We'd never done a show, and then yeah, as soon as I stepped on the stage, it just felt so natural. And then they cut me off after like 10 minutes, which is fuck us, whatever. But yeah, like it was cool. Like it was definitely cool. But I think I rather the small intimate shows, like the ones you did in Cardiff and like Bristol, Birmingham. Like them ones are like where everyone's like kind of crammed in. The room's like so fucking sweaty, and it's like that's the ones that I love, honestly. Like, but Alt London was sick though. Don't get me wrong. Like that was actually hard.
So did you meet anyone at Alt London?
No, actually I didn't. No, I'm joking. Basically, like, yeah, so I saw Kid Leroy, that was cool. Playboy Carti, like, they shut off the whole artist area. And then I was, like, hanging outside my dressing room window, it was, blasting some shit music, probably. And I was opposite Lil Yachty, and he came out and he was wearing all Arc'teryx, and it was fucking. I was like, you must be like boiling in that, honestly. And he was on the phone. I remember at one point, like, we would just like dead, just like staring at each other. Like it must have been like about 3 seconds, but like 3 seconds quite long when you just stare someone in the face. Yeah. And then literally like his security kind of like came over. So I was like, he was like what are you doing? And I was kind of like, oh, I just played the show here. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. And then we kind of like got kind of safe. And then yeah, we watched him like leave to go to stage with all his entourage. It was really weird because I remember like playing his music back in like 2017, 2018 was in school. I had my first car playing Broccoli, and then going from there to literally being right next to him was kind of just like really weird, really strange, but it was cool though.
Starting to feel dumb, but she thinks I'm a nice guy. I'm not really like that. She can leave me tongue.
So how did you meet TGF, bro?
I just DM'd Jay. Like, he posted some music on his story, so I just DM'd him and I was like, this is actually kind of hard. And then literally like a couple of days later he replied, and then we like didn't speak for like maybe 2 months or something like that, or like maybe a month, I'm not sure like what the time frame was. And then he posted some music again, so I like replied to it again. I was like, this is still hard. And then I remember I was out on the cliff tops down in Penarth, and I was just there like going back and forth with him. And then literally like after the lockdown stuff ended, I went up to his house and we literally made a song like straight away. It was so fucked. And then yeah, I just kept going back and forth, and I met like Ramel, Phelan, Luke, Axel, like Chloe, just everyone. Like it was really cool. Like they're all proper like really nice. Like trust me, they're really nice.
Are they the same in their videos as they are like in person, or is it like
yeah, they're like constantly making like mad jokes, you know. Like I would say maybe it's like toned down like 1% in real life, but still it's like they've still got like mad energy, mad like enthusiasm, like really fucking clever, like how they come up with shit. We went to Greece, yeah, and like they came up with a whole like childish drop in about like an hour. It was like so fucked. I was playing in the pool, and then they came back down. They were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do the race car, like the RC car."
Yeah.
I was like, "You've just figured all that shit out like just then." It was fucked. They're really like talented. They're really cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So what's next for you this year? In the car driving here, you played me a Nice Guy, the track that you put on TikTok.
Yeah.
Snippet. Talk us through the album. What was the motivation behind it, the inspiration?
We kind of like wanted to write this mad like fat album for the end of the year for last year, but everything kind of like dragged over. We released like 2 EPs as we were like building this big album. I think it was always going to be like a follow-up from like Childhood Dreams, which is the first like EP we put out in the Empire, and then yeah, like we just wanted to build something that we could build whole visuals around as well. So we wanted the motel idea. So like in 2 days we're literally shooting at a motel, and then like 2 days after that we're like shooting somewhere similar in a motel but in London instead. And yeah, we just want the whole visuals to like line up with all the music. So like there's a song I played you with Black Josh, like Room 2.
It took a while, but it could crumble in a flash. That's the part people are most happy to see, but it's all about the rise, so it don't matter to me.
So like motel themed and stuff like that. Like it was a whole like, I wanted to be like a motel of like love and hate and relationships and fucking teens and adults and fucking everyone there, yeah. Like how you would find in a motel where you don't really know anyone who's there. Everyone's kind of a bit of a crackhead and like kind of like a bit of a weirdo. But yeah, that was like the whole like idea of the whole thing. And yeah, we're gonna like tour this album. That's cool. Again, music videos, she fucking everything. Like, yeah, it's sick.
Said it don't matter to me. Said it don't matter to me. Room 2 that